Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
Nah, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me. And I can't choose one.
Ah! Here we are. We're here. We're late, but we're here.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. Good to be back. Hey.
We're not late for them.
That's true.
We're early.
Yeah.
We're doing an early thing now. It's coming out a couple hours early when we can.
Oh,
we can.
Sometimes.
if we can.
If we're able.
Because midnight is weird.
We're trying to hit this algorithm. It's all about the algorithm. By the way,
It's all pipes.
fuck the algorithm and the thumbnail. I watched somehow. I don't know what. I watched The Godfather 2 with the commentary, Coppola commentary, which was fantastic.
Yes.
Then I went on Ronan's new podcast where we talked movies.
I hate a new pod.
I feel like he duped me.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like if we split up, you were like, I can't do the podcast anymore, and then I was like, all right, well, I'm going to start my own podcast, and then I was like, it's just a free forum, and then I was like, will you come be a guest? And they're like, what are we talking about? I'm like, just what you did last weekend, what I did last weekend. We reference Seinfeld and say come and jizz a lot.
Yeah, queef it up. It's all pipes.
Yeah,
But
that's-
it's your pod now.
So I went and did the movie. Check it out. It's called Ronan
Talks
Talks Movies with
Joe.
buddies, I think. But what was I talking about? Oh, we talked The Godfather. I don't know how, but somehow The Godfather ended up in my YouTube algorithm. And then they get you. They fooled me, Jerry.
They get you.
It's a big headline. It's got Fredo, and it says, "Why was Fredo missing from the funeral? Secret revealed." And you're like, "Oh shit, let me check this out." And it's nonsense.
Wow.
It's just a guy being like, well, maybe he was tired. Maybe he was sick. And like, there's no evidence. And I'm really, maybe we should be doing that in our algorithm. Like,
No.
it should say, how to eat a woman out.
Well, but we might actually talk about that.
That's true.
I don't know. I think it's what about some integrity? I had this today. I watched a UFC fight. I was like, oh, I found a fight. Here we go. And it was a guy drawing. And he's like, gotcha. I want you to show me. I want you to show you I can draw.
Well, these women are doing that. I noticed too with the reels. I was going through some ladies' reels, and then the picture,
Thumbnail.
it's like a woman like in a bikini, like.
Yes,
And then I'm like, whoa, and I click on it, and she's in a kitchen like baking, like, hey, this is how you make brownies. And
where's the clam?
I'm like, I want to see the clam, not the brown.
Yes. I'll take a brown hole, but yeah, no, it's they know what they're doing. It's the new whoa, crazy news. If you click this link and you're like, ooh, I like crazy news, and you click it, now you're in ISIS.
Yeah, and my whole thing, I'm not falling for it. It's all Corleone this, and then it clicks. And or some of these Seinfeld, like 50 things you definitely didn't know about Seinfeld.
I've clicked on that.
And they're like, Jerry on the show is a comedian. And you're like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Newman is his neighbor. Whoa, he lives in 5A. No shit.
Kramer was originally called Kessler. Yeah, I know that, you motherfucker.
Right.
Shaw.
George is based.
Oh, boy. It was
George
in Amadeus.
based on Larry David. Amadeus, great movie.
Everybody knows that. It was in Amadeus.
Yeah, but
Great show.
that YouTube stuff. I got an algo today. John Cazale.
Cazale.
John
believe.
Cazale is amazing, and I watched it. And now I'm gonna have 88 John Cazale queefs on my ass.
He's in 5 films, all nominated for Best Picture.
I caught that in the video.
Well, I should put it. Maybe I should make my own videos.
Make your own. But I jizzed on Cazale, and they'll click on it.
Maybe I should write like the real Mark Norman, and it's me like, and I'm just like, push-ups.
Well, it's the transvestite of videos, because you're like, oh, here we go. Oh, wait.
I don't think you can say that.
It's the cross-dresser.
Jesus Christ.
No. It's the...
Woman.
Well, no, I'm saying it's the...
Let's just use a different metaphor.
Drag queen.
Oh, drag queen.
Drag queen is fine.
That's okay.
Kids like them.
Yeah.
It's the drag queen of clicks, because you go, hey, here we go. Ah, that's not what I thought. I thought I'd see tits and there's a dick.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Well, I was raised by a transvestite, cross-dressing drag queen.
You can't do the V word.
Oh, is that right?
Vestite's bad.
Vestite's bad.
I believe so.
All right. Well, the Trans V? All right. The drag queen who raised me got killed because he hooked up with a dude in a van, and the dick came out, and the guy killed him.
Right.
So there you go, folks. Don't make fake YouTube, or you'll get killed in a van in Houma, Louisiana.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. What is a vestite? What was the meaning of that?
Oh, yes.
Do we have any idea?
I don't know.
we look
Vestite
that
sounds
up?
like a bug. Oh, I got a vestite inflation.
Because trans is a cross, right?
Yeah.
And then dresser.
I guess, it says vestite means dressed.
Oh,
okay.
So you're vestited.
Vestite, it says, what does vestite mean in Italian? Interesting.
Oh, that
Weird.
sounds nice. Italian. It's foreign. It's imported.
Vestite
But in
is Latin
Italian,
for
it sounds
clothing.
much nicer.
Vestite is Latin for clothing.
Okay, trans clothing. So
trans
transvestite
clothing.
is not. But I thought when we were kids, transvestite meant.
Crossdresser.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, but I think it's like you're all in. Like you're a
Right.
you enjoy it, you like it. It's not like
Yeah.
Mrs. Doubtfire. She's
Right.
just doing it for a goal to
Yeah.
fuck kids.
It's not like me when my parents went away.
Yes.
You put the pantyhose on and the high heels.
No, that is it. Wait.
No, you're saying it's like you live that way.
That
Sweet
I don't know.
Transvestite.
What's that? Raffy?
Rocky.
Rocky.
Horror picture show.
I see. Remember Raffy?
Oh, yeah, that was kind of a kid's
His wheels on the
program.
bus go around. I mean, he sang all the kid hits.
Oh, yeah. Kid hits is fun.
My dad hit me a couple times, not crazy.
Yeah, so my dad hit me once real good, backhand, cried, looked at him, and that was the wrap on that.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was bad. I was in the middle seat, and he just went, "Gah," like that, and it left a handprint on my face. And I think it was one of those ones where the tears didn't come right away. I just turned and went,
Yes.
like, I think the red, emerged, the red
Uh-huh.
hand and the tears all at once. And I got to imagine, you just look and you go, oh, my God,
Of
I'm a piece
course.
of fucking garbage.
That's how I feel when I hit the lady. But you look like Marv. You got that red iron, you know. But yeah, my dad gave me a couple wallops, and he goes, "What are you gonna do if you ever join the army?" And I went, "What?" He went, "Ah."
Yeah, the army thing. That was big when you were a kid.
Big.
The army gets you. They're going to really fuck you.
Yes, because he was army, so he's like, "You're being a piece of shit, so you need a little discipline there, young man."
Yeah, and you're like, well, can't you provide me with discipline? Why do I go to the army?
Well, he did with a big old shoe upside the head.
The army, I'm grateful for all our armed troops. That never crossed my mind. Army and college, neither one even
Oh, really?
sniffed across my nostrils. I'm like this. I'm all set.
One is way different than the other. One involves getting laid, getting drunk, and the other one's college.
Well, there's after school. It's post high school.
Yep.
It's for the future.
Yep.
And
You got no direction.
There's some direction
Yes.
there, and it provides structure and hope, resume, something.
Yeah, anal. I don't know. It does provide somewhere to go because, kids can be, you don't want to idle. You want to have a goal.
Yeah, you need a goal, and boy, I was so rudderless. It was such a difficult time.
Could have used a little boot camp.
Yeah, maybe the army would have been nice.
Would have been nice. You'd be a different guy now. You'd be standing up straight. You wouldn't have herpes.
Well, I would have went straight to Iraq because I was 19 for 9/11 or Afghanistan, so I would have been right in the jizz of it.
Whoa.
Yeah, isn't that weird to think about?
Yeah, you might be dead, or you might have killed some brown people.
Or myself.
Or yourself.
Yeah, so
By suicide.
grateful I didn't go. Great for all you that did go.
Grateful
we got
Dead.
a lot of folks out there. What do you
Yes.
think of the Grateful Dead? Can you try? I try every 6 months. I
love
really take it for a spin.
What? You don't like them?
No.
It's poppy. It's groovy. It's funky. I like it.
It's not poppy.
Touch of Grey? Touch of Grey.
Well, Touch of Grey is a pop song. That's their one
That's
pop
the one
song.
pop.
Literally. And I like Touch of Grey.
Okay.
Yeah, Touch of Grey. I mean, I like Casey Jones and Touch of Grey. And,
Scarlet Begonias?
Yeah, there's a couple fun ones. What are you doing, knocking on wood?
He's knocking on heaven's door.
Oh, I thought you were trying to... Well, you got to make the lawyer burst in like the Kool-Aid guy.
yeah. He's going to
Shoot
Kramer
us.
in here.
No, I mean, Touch
Say
of
the
Grey
N-word.
is like, I think Deadheads are like, Touch of Grey, you fucking
That's
half
true.
piece of shit. That's season 9 for Grateful Dead.
I see.
But there's nothing poppy about other than Grateful Dead got like 48-minute song. It's like,
Well-
doot, 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 doot. It's like a
Look.
jazz horse shit.
Poppy's a little sloppy, but there's some gold in there. I mean, when you get in that groove, it's like a hot tub. You slide right in and Garcia's tickling your sack. It is nothing better.
There's plenty better. Come
All
on,
right.
nothing better. What are you, Hanley?
Well, it's got to tap you. It's kind of like bisexuality. You get a finger the right way, you're going to be different.
I've had a lot of fingers, and I just didn't come. I'm sorry.
All right.
But I put it on. It's right next to Pearl Jam and Springsteen and like hard rock, classic rock, deep cuts on the XM, and I'll pop over there if I'm driving, and I'm like, but it's like a lot of like, and I'm like this. All right, well, you know what I want? I want some stank.
Right, they got no stank. That's the problem. You want a little dick.
Yeah,
They're all labia.
Yeah, give me some whatever. But, I appreciate the drugs and the traveling and the stuff and the missing finger. Well, speaking of bands and rock and roll, I got to get into some stories over here. I got quite a bit of jizz.
You got the boss up my ass.
I went right up there to Boston, road trip. I'm a good son. I'm a real, you know what I mean? I'm a real Seinfeld in that one episode.
Well, he slapped that into you.
Got my old man some Springsteen tickets. He's never seen Springsteen. He had a kid when he was 11, and, by the time he was 16, I was in high school, so...
Yeah, he Will Smith you, when you were 9?
Yeah, so he didn't get... I think I was younger than that, maybe 6.
Oh!
Will 6.
This guy's Chris Brown over here.
Remember 6 from Blossom?
Do I? She was more of a 7.5, if you ask me.
Maybe an 8. She had something.
Pull her up.
Whoa. Is she alive?
She's got to be in porn by now.
I would think.
Because where do you go from the greatest special of all time? Where do you go to being the hot girl on a big old NBC sit?
By the way, that was a reference to comedian, and so was That's Really Alabama. That mystified everybody. People
What do you
were
mean?
Like, 3 episodes ago, you said something, and I said, that's really Alabama. We were talking about Seinfeld. And
Yeah.
I got like 50 messages being like, what is this a reference to? What are you talking about? But anyways, that's comedian, and go familiarize yourself
It's
with
on
comedian.
Netflix. Check it out, folks.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a documentary. It's fun to see Seinfeld cursing and failing.
Yeah. But anyways, we talked about this. I alluded to it. I teased it, but Springsteen on tour. He's 73 years old.
Wow, he looks good.
Oh my God! He rips his shirt off at the end of the show.
out of here.
Oh, the place went
Woo.
crazy. Sarah fainted, and like I had to catch her
Yeah.
and finger her while she was out. But yeah, I bought the tickets to bought the Springsteen tickets and went out there road trip. Me, Cantor, Sarah, and my old man. We saw him up in Boston. Drove up. And I think I touched on these tickets. They really fuck you.
Oh, the rates, the fees, what do you call those?
Fees.
Thank you.
Mike Feeney's.
Yes, I got a case of fees.
$300 face value ticket, $79 in fees.
Ah.
Times 4 tickets. So it's like $1,600.
The 79 is the price of a ticket to another show.
Exactly. Well, my first Pearl Jam show in 1996 was $16.50.
Wow.
$16.50.
Good year.
Now I'm seeing Springsteen, the year he was born, and it's $1,600. It's the kind of money where you can't even ask people for the money.
No, it's too much.
I can't be like, all right, Dad, you want to see Springsteen? Sure, sonny boy. All right, you owe me $400. My dad doesn't have $400.
No, God, no.
Neither does my wife, unless I give it to her, and neither does Cantor. Well, Cantor maybe, but you feel bad.
Yeah, that's his whole college savings.
That's his rent, literally.
Yeah.
So I'm out $1,600, but it's worth it to go see Brucey, baby. We drive up, and
What a
it's like
friend.
a pilgrimage, and you get the tickets, and you drive in. I got them on the XM radio, and
Ooh, you're doing the pregame.
pregame in, and we're going back and
Pre-cum.
forth from Pearl Jam to Springsteen. Then I'll throw on classic vinyl, which is a fun channel.
Hell yeah.
And you drive in, and the
Vinyl
anticipation is so exciting. And we had great seats, which I stopped posting photos of concerts now.
Thank
Because
you.
everyone wants to go, hey, shit seats. How'd you get that? And because the camera doesn't do it justice.
It never does.
It doesn't do it. It's like the moon. You can't shoot it.
No, the moon is good.
Moon is good. So we're dead center in the seat, and people also think this. They think floor seats is like primo. But when you're on the floor, you have to. If you're a tall person, you're fucked.
Ruined.
You're 50 rows back trying to see this. So we got some elevation, nice cushy loge seats, and it was just so exciting to go up into the city. And it takes me back because I started in Boston, and you drive in every night from the suburbs, and you got
Yes.
the secret parking spot. And it meant so much to me as a teenager to know the city. You're like,
Oh,
I know
yeah.
where to park.
That's big.
To be an 18-year-old kid from the suburbs and be like, here's where you park after 7 p.m.
You got that right,
was
Fatty.
such a thrill. And I still feel a great deal of pride that I'm
Yes.
like, look, Dad, I'm a city guy. He doesn't say anything, but whatever.
Also, back in when you were banging, it was no GPS. No, you had to know the city. You were like a cab driver. Like, I got a shortcut over here. We can go through this alley. This girl blows you for a nickel. You had to know a couple things.
You had to know it, and Boston is you needed a map book. There was no Google Maps, and also there's no what do you call that? New York. There's no grid.
No grid.
It's all one ways and
Off the
cobblestones and hobos. So
Yes.
very exciting. We get to the city, and then you're like, I'm going to get some merch, and then you get there, and the T-shirt $50.
It's a little high.
I love Bruce. He's shaped my life. He's the most important man in my life, and I'm not even kidding.
Ouch.
But he's a man of the people and the blue collar.
That's a branding thing.
$50 shirts and $400 tickets?
Well, what are we talking? Arena, dome?
This is the Boston Garden.
Oh,
Or
wow.
The TD Bank North Garden. whatever the
Garden
fuck it
Valley.
is.
All right, so you're up in the Robert Loggia.
We got the Loge, baby. Primo. You think you died and went to heaven. And I got to tell you, I'm very excited about the show, of course. I'm a big guy and Bruce guy, and he really is the difference between me being stuck up there in those suburbs and being down here and pursuing comedy. And he's a constant influence and inspiration. I got nudes of him all over the wall.
Sure.
And he comes out, and boy, the first song, I start bawling. I couldn't stop crying uncontrollably.
Come on.
I'm telling you, I'm crying. And then Sarah looks over, and she's like, oh, my God, you're so sweet. And I'm like, I can't stop crying. And my dad looked at me. He would have elbowed me. I couldn't. I had to, like, hide the face.
Sure, waterworks.
But I lost it. I cried for about 3 hours. The show is 27 songs, 2 hours, 50 minutes, no breaks. Wow. Pow. Just going. And everyone's going crazy. You see the people dancing and singing along and fist bumping and air drumming.
I love it.
What a show.
Love it.
Magical show, magical night. I could not stop crying. Born to Run, Thunder Road, 10th Avenue, Freeze Out, Trapped, No Surrender, all that shit.
Are you in a seat or are you standing?
Oh, I'm standing. People around you will sit because everyone's old and it's like, oh, it's a ballad, sit. And I'm like, you fucking whatever word.
Queef. Yeah. Wow. The emotion. Music can really get right to the tits.
It gets right in there, the lyric, and then Clarence is dead, and during 10th Avenue Freeze Out, they play a video of him. I'm crying. It's too much for me. And it was a beautiful night, and so God bless you. Thanks, boss.
Hell yeah, Brucey. Now, you ever seen the Sandler Bruce Springsteen impression?
No.
It's pretty great. He does a monologue, and he's standing backwards, and he's and he's got the sleeveless white with the black, the jeans with the hanky in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. It's pretty great.
I know the Stiller. Stiller does an amazing.
Oh, really?
Springsteen. Yeah. He did it on the Ben Stiller show. It's like pitch perfect.
Ah.
Yeah, he's good.
Well, not to take away from the Springsteen, but did you see the Sandler Mark Twain?
I haven't seen it. I saw the Kevin James sketch. That was gold.
Oh, I didn't
you
see
sent
that.
it to me.
So good.
I didn't see that.
Oh, it's
It was
fantastic.
incredible.
Really?
It's very good.
It was so good.
It's
Oh.
good.
And
Incredible.
Sandler's
All
not-
right.
No, it's great.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll check it out. Well,
We gotta dial it down. He's gonna be like, what?
yeah, don't build it up.
It's good.
I'm not a Kevin James head to
Why,
begin
he doesn't
with.
think it's great.
No,
All
it's
right.
good. What do you
Okay.
mean? I think it's good. I think it's good.
I didn't know if you were a James head.
I'm not a James Head.
I
I
know,
mean,
that's what I said.
I didn't know there was
James Head Massacre. But
I'd kill for some Sarah Head these days, but no, I don't know. I don't
I
know.
like
there
head
was
cheese.
I didn't know there was a term, but it's funny.
okay, all right, I'll tell you. He's got good sketches, but I bring it up because it's just Sandman is so lovable. He comes out there and he's just so likable. And Rock had the line of the night.
Oh.
Rock comes out and he goes, who's that, Paul Pelosi? And Paul Pelosi's in the front row and he goes, hey, we know what it's like. Because they both got beat up.
Who's Paul Pelosi?
He's below the what's her faces.
Oh, Nancy Pelosi.
Who got
Oh.
hit with a hammer.
I'm in comedy world.
Oh,
that's good.
That's gold. That's the best Will Smith joke he's done.
That's very good.
And Paul Pelosi's like, thank you. He's wearing a hat.
Is he all like tuned up and shit?
Well, he's got a hat on because I think he's got a big hole in his noggin.
Oh, jeez. Who
Yeah,
told you to
but-
put the bomb on?
Just to go out there and immediately go, oh, Pelosi. Like, he set that up, but it was so good because no one saw it coming. coming.
Oh, gotcha. I'm thinking, I'm like in comedy. I'm like, how do I not know Paul Pavosi? I was thinking Paul Provenzia.
Oh no! Both been beat up, but this is a great opener. But it's just so touching, and you're like, comedy, baby. And then how about Jonah Hill making Kanye not hate Jews anymore?
Oh, I saw that. That's
Great.
That's a silly post.
Oh, he's a tard, the yay. But
Also,
come on.
Of all the Jews, I'm like, have you seen Seinfeld?
That's what I said.
Or
Woody
Annie
Allen.
Hall? I'm like, what are you doing?
Exactly. Larry David, nothing, but now. But it also just shows, like, oh, you're actually really still crazy.
We were talking this last night at Grove 34. Who's your Mount Rushmore Jewish comedians?
Well, you know me. What are you talking, 4? Is it 4 guys up
Yeah.
there? I go Larry.
Sure.
I got to have Groucho in there. Big he. Maybe Woody. Probably Woody.
Maybe.
Okay, going Woody. And then, well, now that I know Sign, we're cool already. I don't need to put him up there. He's a peer.
You got Silverman, Joan Rivers.
I'll go Joan.
Oh, that was a trick. I was
Wait.
joking.
Rodney.
Oh, he's a Jew.
Big heave.
No kidding.
Queens Jew. And then Rickles is a
Yeah,
what do you call it?
Rickles.
Honorary discharge.
Yeah, Rickles is good. Yeah, stuff. Henny Youngman.
Yeah.
Mort
yeah.
Saul.
Saul's cute.
Yeah.
But that's my 4. What do you got?
Lenny Bruce.
Not getting a laugh out of me, that guy.
Yeah.
Never had a guffaw, not a tee-hee, not a ha.
Yeah, it's got to be Larry, Woody, Groucho. Yeah, those are the big 3
Oh,
for
okay.
sure.
Yeah, you got Seinfeld, you got Sandler, you got what's that guy's name? George Burns, some people like.
Burns can't be. He's Irish.
Ah, you're probably right.
Yeah, he's got to be Irish.
Oh, Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
Brooks is up there.
Yeah, you feel like you have to put him up there.
Yeah, I mean, Blazing Anal and Producers and Frankenstein.
Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Men in Tights.
Dead and Loving It. He's got a couple of, kerfuffles, but a legend and still going, by the way. I heard History of the World is killer.
Oh, I heard it's the worst thing anyone's ever made.
I heard it from a couple of comics I trust, so.
I got to start watching more comedy because someone told, I don't want to name a name, but there's like a new special and like 7 people were like, it's the worst garbage I ever saw in my life. It's a piece of human dog shit. I wish they fucking would catch fire and die. And then someone else is like, that was great. I loved it. What?
It's tough out there these
And
days.
I'm like, how could this be?
It's a swing state.
Because you hear 6 people say something's awful.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, wow, I guess you put out an awful special. And then someone else you love and respect is like, no, it's amazing.
I know,
And
I
I'm
know.
like, how could this be?
Well, it's a kooky time. Everybody's got their little bubble. I can't keep up.
Yeah.
You got to watch what you like and start a movie podcast with Ron on.
And like what you watch what you like.
So-
see if his charger's working. Is your charger still working?
Yeah, you want to switch?
No, I'm good. It's
Oh,
working. But
hey, there you
yeah,
go.
Chuck got his chargers as a big favor. But,
Oh, San Diego Chargers.
it's off and on over here. So,
Well-
where have you been? What have you been doing? What the hell? I haven't seen you since '88.
If Springsteen is up top of the mountain, peak Everest, pinnacle,
Yeah.
I went, woo! Took that gondola right down to Hades.
Oh boy.
Trash
Will Savins?
heap known as Toledo.
Oh, I heard about Toledo. I was at Dayton Bissett last night.
Oh, yeah, he's a
he was
cute
out
twink.
there, huh?
He looks like a Holocaust survivor that surfs.
Yes,
he's
he
thin,
does.
he's blonde, but yeah, cute kid. But we did Perrysburg, Ohio. Toledo's britches were too big. We had to slide down to Perrysburg.
I've been there. I know it. It's not good.
Not good, and you forget, like, oh, Toledo's a punchline. It's a funny place. It's like the 5th best city in Ohio, which is not saying much. But man, you take it on the chin and you go, oh yeah, this sucks.
Yeah.
I forgot, like, we've been doing these nice clubs, these good rooms, theater here and there, specials, shooting shit, and then you go right back down to hell, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot. This is depressing.
There's not a lot to do. It's one of those you just walk the mall. There's nothing else going on there.
That's it. We go to Waffle House every day, and the hotel, I stayed at a Hilton Garden Inn. It's across the street from the club. I saw half the fucking audience at the hotel.
Yeah,
So now
that's
they know
tough.
where you're staying. And one guy, I saw him in the elevator. He goes, hey, Mark Norman, I'm coming to your show. And I go, oh. And I went the other way because I took the stairs. So then I go up the stairs and I get out on floor 3, and then
I've had this happen many times.
we're right there. So now I go, oh, hey. And he goes, hey, same floor. I go, you got that right, fatty. Click, click. Ah, this guy knows what room I'm in now.
Yeah, that's awkward.
And then I'm writing in my room. So I'm like, oh, what's up with the Holocaust? It wasn't real. And then I'm like, can he hear me? So now that's all in my head. Then I'm jerking off and I'm like, can that guy hear my porn? I mean, the whole thing's kooky.
Yeah, it's awkward. And then I had this with DePaulo one time years ago. And, I'm hanging in my room doing my routine. And then I come out and he's like, Rocket Man, huh?
Oh,
and I was like, what?
no.
He's like, you can hit those high notes. And I was like, oh, I didn't know he was next door. I also didn't know I was singing out loud. You just got Rocket Man on and you're like, think it's gonna be a Scoopy Jizz.
Of course.
And then he's like, yeah, I heard you singing the whole time. And I'm like, I didn't even know I was singing because you have it blasting.
Oh, I picture you with the bathrobe on, curlers in your hair. You got the wooden spoon, the brush, and you're just singing. And thank God you weren't singing Jolene or something. Jolene.
I mean, Jolene's less embarrassing than Rocket Man.
I don't
feel
know.
like. Well, at least she fucks guys. He fucks guys also,
yeah.
but
Yeah, he's a sir.
That's true.
But
And Sir Lee.
Yeah, and he likes the sirs, but racial sirs. But man, that is embarrassing. Hearing somebody singing, oof, that's tough.
Yeah, I don't. It was embarrassing, but yeah. So you got the guy in the room.
I got the guy in the
You gotta
room.
beat off quiet.
Yeah, I'm just adding to the shittiness of it, and then it's one of those things where you get to the club and no one says hi to you. So you're like, oh yeah, where's the green room again? Usually there's a manager like, hey, you go here. What you need? Should I send a server in? How much time does everybody do it? There was none of that.
Oh,
So you just get in there, and then I'm like, well, it's 7:28. The show's at 7:30. Let me go out and talk to somebody. So then I got to find the sound guy, and then he's like, oh, yeah, you how much time you want to do and all that. And I'm like, what's weird that I had to find you? And then the host goes up. They forget to light him. The whole thing is, it's cuckoo bananas, and then the heckling. My God, the heckling. And then just the lack of care from the audience because they're like, you're here, so why should we treat this better than it is? You see what I'm saying? Like, the club is the bar is here for the club. So they're not going to be nicer than the shittiness of the club.
right.
So I got the guy in the front row texting, and then he would just talk to his girlfriend. And at one point I go, hey, could you zip it? And he goes, no. And I'm like, oh.
You gotta respect it.
Yeah, I'm like, why would he zip it? There's no security. And then at one point I yelled at the security guy. This guy kept yelling shit, and I couldn't do a pause. You can't pause for timing because
Right.
he'll yell in that moment.
Santa
And
pause.
yes, so I go, something, he yells out, and I go, hey, buddy, there's a big bald security guard. I go, are you going to talk to him or are we going to do this all night? And he was like, what? And I'm like, yell at this guy. And so now the whole show's fucked. The
Oh,
momentum is
jeez.
gone. Now it's about this guy. So the guy goes over to him and goes, hey, stop talking. And then he walks away. Then he goes back to it. I mean, it was wacky.
Get it together, Toledo. I mean, what are we doing here?
I feel
But
bad. I feel bad.
I feel like some of these places, they don't have the staff, and it's a lot of turnover because it's a shitty get. And so you don't have like those doormen that have been there for a while.
I guess, but they were fully staffed. I mean, I'm trying to keep it real here. And look, the lady who runs it is very nice, but it is an Applebee's
Right.
with me on stage. That's what it is. And at one point, oh shit, I just had it and I lost it.
Doorman, Heckler.
Doorman, Heckler.
Damn you, Chuck, with your symbols and your
Yes,
chargers that
Chuck
don't work.
gave us the
It's working now.
Oh, I had something else. I got it back. So I talked to a couple bigger comics than us, and they're like, oh, you doing clubs again? I was like, yeah, I got to build up some new material, so I'm doing these rough rooms. And he goes, well, tell them you don't want a check spot. If you sell out, they will just do no checks. And I'm like,
Hey.
oh, I didn't know that. So I tell my manager, like, hey, tell these clubs no checks. And he's like, I'll try, okay. And you're like, you don't try, you do. But he goes, oh, they push back. They got a lot of new people. They need to do the checks. And I was like, all right, well, I tried. And then I go up. I counted. Now, this is where I'm a cunt, and I hope the club never hears this. I counted. I got 11 minutes in before checks, and the checks lasted until I was done. So you're like, I'm just doing a 48-minute check spot.
No, it's brutal, and I'm grateful for any work.
Yes,
and all the stuff,
yes,
but
work.
A lot of these funny bones, I think they don't. They could put in a little more effort. I don't know what it's like on their end. I don't know how to do a club, but I know that there's other clubs that don't give out checks at 11 minutes.
Exactly. And some clubs don't give out checks at all.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. I remember doing a club and recording something, and then they were like, well, we won't do checks since you're recording. And you're like, so you are able to do this.
Exactly. And then it's that weird thing where you're like, are we still doing checks? And then I get a glare from all the waiters like, hey, fuck you, man. And I'm like, I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying I'm trying to do my job. What if I went up during your checks and I was just like, let me interrupt? And I get that they got to do the checks, but do we need it for 48 minutes?
It's brutal. Yeah, it's brutal. It is. It's rough. But you'd think that like an audience that's coming to see you, they try to do it quietly. They're aware of checks, so they try to go like, okay, let's just do this quick. 'Cause we know it. At least the audience, I feel like good comedy audience are more aware of the check spot now.
That's true. That's true.
Think.
But I think these are still like Toledo folk. They're just like, oh, we don't. Oh, is this bothering you? Oh, we didn't know that. They're not bad people. They're not mean. They're not vindictive. They're just like, oh, I was paying my check. I didn't think about it with you on stage.
But isn't part of this what you expect and want? Like, you went to Toledo for a reason.
No, that's
you don't
on me.
expect it to be a theater because you could not go to Toledo.
That's
you could
true.
go to Louisville or Cincinnati where they're not quite as. I mean, isn't that the idea? You want to test this new stuff for Toledo.
I guess my point is, I knew it was going to be bad. It is bad, and I'm talking about it.
I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but also you think, hey, I'll work out a bunch of new, but it's actually worse to work out new in a rough room.
Of course.
Yeah, but in my head, it's kind of like when you go to an open mic. You're like, I'll try some new shit, fuck around, throw some shit against the wall, and then no one's listening, and you're like, oh, I actually have to bring the heat in this open mic, ironically.
That's a common
Misconception.
Misconception is the idea of like, I'll go to this shitty room to try, and you're like, it's just going to shatter your confidence.
Totally wrong. You got to do the new shit on a hot show.
Yes, you try it in the hot room, and then when it works there, then you take it to the shitty room.
Exactly.
And be like, okay, it's somewhere in between.
Now, this is a little inside anal. I mean, we're queefing too much about the biz and the art and the anal, but...
I like the Art and Anal. Great TV channel.
Art and Anal. A&A.
That sounds like my granddad and his best buddy.
Art and Anal?
Yeah, here comes Art and Anal. They're like thick as thieves.
Art and Anal in the morning. You know, you got one guy talking about the museum, and the other guy's like, huh? All right. Art and
I think
Anal.
we did that first.
Yeah, that's right.
That
Who's
museum
Art?
show. That was good.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? With that lady?
Oh, that was great. That's online.
Yeah, that was big. That was fun.
Hey, folks. Tuesday's Stories is brought to you by BetterHelp. You got to do it. You got to get it. We are learning who we are, and it's a lifelong journey. BetterHelp's online therapy can deepen your self-awareness until you're no longer regretting your decisions and you've become someone your mother can be proud of. We all do therapy. I went last week. Had a weird one I got to bring up to you. I should have said on the show.
Oh, jeez.
But Alan texts me an hour later and goes, hey, I just realized something. Can we do another session?
What?
I was like, what is it? It felt like a curb plot. I was like, so I got to pay you again because you had a new hunch?
Weird.
Yeah, so I felt weird. I was like, we'll talk. I felt
like
like it was
that.
a weird way to drum up business. But I love therapy. I'll probably go back. I'm going to fuck Alan. I'm going to BetterHelp because they would have thought of it on the spot. So get on it. Got to do it. Take a quick survey to get connected with a licensed BetterHelp therapist. It's convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. If you need to switch therapists, make the change at no charge. That's nice. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Tuesdays to get 10% off your first month. Wow. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Tuesdays. Get on it and fix yourself.
Folks, it's almost Easter. Put on your Sunday best and groom your balls with Manscaped. There's nothing more important on Easter Sunday than your balls.
You got that right.
Performance Package 4.0 has everything you need to shape up. Right now, it's 20% off. 20%. That's 1/5 if I'm doing my math right. The package includes the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker 2.0 ears and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver, Ball Deodorant, Crop Reviver, toner, Performance Boxer Briefs, and even a travel bag. I love this stuff. They just sent it to me. I had my old one that ran on battery. This one charges, and it's like zip, zip. And I use it for more. I use my eyebrows, my chest hair. Sometimes I'm just zipping off chest hair for fun, nipple hair.
Why not?
I'll use it on my pubes. I go crazy with it. This stuff is seriously great. I love it. April is also Testicular Cancer Awareness Month. Oh, that scares me. Testicular cancer is the most common form of cancer in men ages 15 to 35. I'm 41. I don't have to worry about it. One man every hour, every day is diagnosed. Manscaped has teamed up with Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to men's health and early cancer detection as part of the We Save Balls initiative. Save 20% off and free shipping with the code Tuesdays at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code Tuesdays at manscaped.com. Hop into the best deal of the year with Manscaped.
You got that right, Fatty. Hey, folks. Tuesdays with Stories brought to you by Displate. Yes, love the Displate. Take your place from frat house to frat home with Displate's metal posters. Did your buddy spill beer on the wall? No problemo. Displates can easily be cleaned, unlike traditional paper posters. That's true. Do you want that security deposit back? Well, Displates are hung with magnetic stickers, so there's no wall damage. How do you like that? We love these. I got a nice one of a taxi driver right on my wall. It's tin. It's got a glossy finish. It looks great. Everybody compliments it when they come in. It's a beauty. They do good work. They're nice and flat. They suck right onto the wall. There's none of that weird back shit.
Goo.
Goo. Thank you. Easily switch to a new poster in seconds to suit any theme, night, party, or newfound passion. They have officially licensed design from Fight Club, Alien, South Park, and more. So there's a Displate for whatever you're into. Tell them how.
Click the link in our description to see some of our favorite Displates and save up to 34%. That's my lucky number.
Hey.
Get 22% off if you buy one or two. Get 33% off when you buy three or more.
There we go.
Discounts will automatically be applied to your cart when you click the link or use code Tuesdays. When you visit Displate.com, that's Displate.com, code Tuesdays, or click the link in our show notes. Now, back to the show.
Yeehaw. So that was it, you know. I had Dayton there. Shit. Sorry, I got a wrong pipe. Pube, semen. I had Dayton there and I had Corbin. Good
Corbin?
guys.
Who's Corbin?
Corby Lee Master. He's
I don't know Corby Lee Master.
He's a Midwest queef. He's out there. He's got great jokes, funny guy, nice guy, loves comedy. You can talk comedy all day. So we could all bond in there. It was like you go out and get your ass kicked on the battlefield, and you come back to the barracks, and you're like, oh, what about that heckle? That lady stormed out. She was a cunt. He was gay. So.
By the way, Corby Lee Master sounds like an army rank. Here comes Corby Lee Master Benjamin.
Oh,
or whatever.
yeah,
And he's
it
like, hey,
does.
sir, you know.
Yeah, I can see
Tad
that.
Hut, Corby Lee Master on the double.
Right.
Or whatever is on the...
He's never done a push-up, but good guy, funny guy.
Wow, that sounds like a hell of a trip.
You bond. You're in that green room. The green room is smaller than this studio, and you're just going, holy shit, you're covered in sweat. You're eating a quesadilla that's ice cold.
I remember that green room. I opened for Chad Daniels there way back in the day.
Is that right?
It was the weekend, the first, what's the movie with the bow and arrow?
Robin Hood.
Woody Harrelson and Jennifer Lawrence. Big, huge thing.
Bow and arrow.
No,
Temple
it's a
Pilots.
massive fucking thing.
Winter's Bone.
Oh,
No.
Hunger
It's
Games.
Hunger Games. Yes, Hunger Games. Yes. The first Hunger Games came out. And
Bow and arrow.
whatever year that one. Isn't that the whole thing is bow
I
and
guess
arrows,
so. Yeah,
right?
it's a fun way to put it.
I just
It's
know
like,
the poster.
What's that movie with the gun? Oh, Boys in the Hood.
No, but Guns N' Roses is a band that fucking rules.
Sure,
Way better
sure.
than how can you listen to Grateful Dead when Guns N' Roses exist? That's my question.
Can we enjoy both?
I guess you can. I'm just saying.
It's
you
like,
got
oh, there's
a choice.
pussy. What about tits? I'm like, I like them both.
No, that's all one thing. That's a bad analogy.
All right,
It's-
well, they're both
pussy and-
bands.
If you said pussy and sandwiches,
Both great. I fucked both of them.
I'm saying tits and pussy is one unit. That's like saying, well, there's Axel and then
I
there's Slash.
see. Okay.
But they're in the tit. Oh, Jesus, the lawyer.
What about Seinfeld and in the Saving Private Ryan? Can I enjoy both?
You can enjoy both.
They're both entertainment.
I guess they're choices to watch, but you know what I mean.
I
I'm
hear
saying,
ya.
I'm like, I'm gonna pop on Grateful Dead, but I'm
Yeah.
like, I got the Stones sitting right here. So I'm gonna go Stones.
I get it.
But any tits. What was I gonna say about Toledo?
Chad Dan.
What?
Chad Dan.
Oh, Chad Daniels. Yeah,
Yes.
anyways, he wanted to go see Hunger Games. And I remember being like, what's up with this guy? And then we watched Hunger Games, and I was like, okay, I guess.
You sat through it?
I sat through it. I sat in the
That's
theater, and we held hands and ate popcorn. He did the dick trick with the popcorn.
Salty in the hole.
And that was the highlight. I was like, this movie stinks.
Wow, you're a good opener, though.
But it was way back in the day. I don't know. When did the first Hunger Games? Can we get a ruling on that? It must have been pre...
09, 010?
Yeah, 010.
Oh, boy.
2000. I'm about to say 2011 or 12. Maybe 2012? 2011.
I'm going
Final answer.
I'm going
11.
010.
I'm saying 11. Final answer.
12.
I knew it was 12. I thought you made a face when I said
damn it.
12.
Throwing you off.
You
Damn
made
it.
a face.
I made the face to throw you.
Don't throw me.
No throw.
Oh, right all over my new Kathy Lee Gifford shirt.
Game of throw. All right. Well, so, but he's a funny guy.
Who, Chad Daniels?
Yeah.
Oh, it's spectacular.
Killer
Yeah,
Comics.
he's the
Very
best.
underrated.
Yeah.
Check him out. I think
Yeah.
he's got a new thing. Everybody's got a special coming out in 10 minutes.
I know, it's hard. A lot of specials. And,
I'm plugging Brent Terhune. I'm plugging Nathan McIntosh. I'm plugging Jeff Asmus. I'm plugging Mike Vecchione. I'm plugging you. I'm butt plugging.
Vecchione, baby. Well, you know what? I was on Todd and Tyler in Omaha. I think it was Todd and Tyler. I think I might have mentioned this. They have a...
They took over for Art and Anal.
They have a secret word. They say, go see Joe List this weekend. He's part of the secret crew.
I like that.
Because every week they have to promote a comic.
Uh-huh.
So they have a secret code so you know who the good comics are.
Oh, is that right?
Which is a good idea to have.
brilliant.
Like some kind of like ear poll. So you can be like,
Chicken
hey,
wing.
check out the Mike Vecchione special. Let them know
Love
this
it.
is real deal.
We gotta
way,
do that.
The next week you can be like, hey, Oscar Chuckle Dicks has a new special.
I
and
love
check
it.
it out. And notice where I'm not touching my ear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got to do one. You got to go see the new Louis. You know, it's pretty good. We got to throw something in. What should we do? An ear wiggle, a nose tap, a chin scratch,
I don't know. I'm not
maybe
sure.
a toothbrush?
Speaking of which, also, Jay Larson, who's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's got a special coming out. Because he
Okay.
asked to come on the show, and I had to tell him we don't have guests. But
You
I
got
said,
that
we'll
right.
plug the fuck out of the special. I should get some details.
I like Larson, funny guy. Check him out. But maybe the right ear is good special. The left ear is gay, like an earring.
Oh.
He's a funny guy. But then you're like, well, Mateo.
Well, you got to do both.
Yeah, exactly. Remember the earring thing? That was big.
Yeah, back in the 90s. But now I think any ear, you can be anything now.
Now you got a nose pierce, a neck tat, a forehead tat, a teardrop,
Nipple.
nipple pierce. But Cuomo, we had a fucking governor with nips pierced.
Oh, I think meant Natalie. 'Cause she's
Ah.
all tats.
Oh, yeah. Tons of tat.
How about this? We're driving back, me, Cantor, Sarah,
Tit for
driving
tat.
back from the Springsteen pilgrimage.
Oh, yeah.
Never seen this before. This was a thrill. We're driving on the 95, and there's a big 18-wheeler in front of us to the right. I'm in the passenger lane heading to pass this fella, and I see a huge hawk in the median, the
Hawk?
strip. Hawk.
Whoa.
Big old I think it was a hawk. I mean, what am I, Joe Bird? I don't know.
Hudson Hawk. What are you, Bear Grylls?
So, but it was like the size of a cat, like Greg the cat.
Yes, big cat.
I wish it was Greg the cat because this thing, it takes off, right? I just watch it take off, low line drive, because I'm driving. I got my eyes right on the road. He takes off and goes, east.
East.
And then he goes right in front of the truck. And I'm watching this whole thing and I go, uh-oh. And I watch him come and he disappears in front of the truck. And I click my eyes over to the right side of the truck to watch him fly out.
Sure.
I don't see anything fly out.
Oh,
And then I'm
no.
like, why didn't that bird fly out? And all of a sudden you just see
Oh, he got clipped.
feathers everywhere. And then you just see and a big cat bird carcass
Oh, my
just goes like
God.
rolling up the fucking
Whoa.
the street. Feathers hit my car. You turn the windshield wipers on,
What?
and it was like Randy Johnson that time. Remember that? He threw the ball and hit the bird. Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
yes, yeah, the pitcher.
The
yes.
pitcher, yes, pitcher of water. So I just watched a hawk
Motion
get
pitcher.
fucking annihilated.
Wow, that's probably an endangered anal. It's done. That was the last one.
It was crazy, and I was like, usually the birds they know not
Yes,
to
yes.
do that, but I mean, I don't know that it was a hawk, but it was light, gray with some brown, and it was big. It was like it had to have been this big.
Call in if you know about the bird species.
Yeah, this was 95 around exit 91 in Connecticut. It was just a real, and we drove past, and I was like, see if you can see guts and jizz and a beak on the front of the thing.
Yes.
And then they were trying to look back because I'm driving. I'm a safe guy. I'm jerking a guy off. Mm-hmm. And then they both fell back because they're like, we look like we're like, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like he didn't want to be staring at him because he's like probably self-conscious that he just killed a wild beast.
Oh my God, Hudson Hawk. This is insane. You saw a real animal go down, and what happened to Hawkeye? Isn't that their whole thing? They got the eye.
Good point. Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yes. No wing. Clip the wing. Right wing, left wing.
I don't know, but it was
East wing.
It was quite a sight to watch life and death occur right in front of my tits.
And a hawk, too. A cat, okay, an armadillo, forget about it. But a hawk, that's like when there's a trans shooter. It's unheard of.
Which I wondered that because we just had the Nashville shooting. It was a woman.
Trans.
Is she trans?
To boy. Man.
What? Is that confirmed?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So right when she became a man, she went nuts. And she's 20, or he's 28.
No kidding. Oh,
28?
so they changed all the news then.
Wait, what?
The first reports were, this is going to be 3 weeks old now.
Well,
so
give it a
weird.
goog there, Sea-Dog.
I'm saying they must have changed it since because originally they were saying a 28-year-old woman.
Oh.
They're saying it's a transition.
Identified as trans.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I mean, the story that I saw said woman that was transitioning into a man. That's how they listed it.
Wow.
Transish.
It says, so
Oh, Sarah
I'll go
called
with New
this
York
all.
Times. It says,
Because New York Times posted and then they reneged. or whatever. Redacted. Because they took it
changed
down.
a 28-year-old from Nashville.
Oh,
they kind of avoided
interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting because I had a comment that was getting some likes.
Oh.
So I noticed that they took it down.
Yeah.
I was a little upset.
Let's hear it.
Well, I just wrote there was a big shooting, 3 dead, and I just read, quick, everyone write the exact same thing you wrote last time. Which was fun.
That's
It had like
fun.
170 likes, but then they took it down.
Ah,
I really wanted to get some followers from this.
That's not bad.
It says in this article from New York Times, there was confusion about the gender identity of the assailant in the immediate aftermath of the attack. Chief Drake said that shooter identified as transgender. Officials used she and her to refer to the shooter, but according to a social media post and a LinkedIn profile, the shooter appeared to identify as male in recent months.
Thank you.
Wow.
Did you guys see the body cam foot?
I saw a little
Ooh,
bit.
it looks like a video game. It's like just a bunch of guys like clear, take a right, head on a swivel, and then they see her and they're like, and she.
Wow.
The whole thing's on there. I mean, the internet is bananas. It's the Wild West out there.
Wow,
You're watching a
that's
28-year-old person get shot in a school.
Yeah, that's wild. Well, yeah, I guess. Well, Sarah, she called it.
How so?
Because that's what I was bringing it up. She was like, I wonder if it's because they said woman, and that's usually a man thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So she was like, I was wondering, but wow.
Yeah, it's gonna throw. This is the first. It's like when the Asian lady won the Academy Award. This is the first trans shooter, I believe, or school shooter, I should say.
Yeah,
There's probably been some trans shooters.
I'm sure.
Oh boy, it all feels very controversial, but we didn't shoot anybody.
I know.
And we're just reading the news here, folks.
I shot a special recently. It's
There you
coming
go.
out soon.
I shot a bird when I was 9. It was a hawk in Connecticut.
Should we cut all this? This is terrible.
I don't think we did anything wrong either.
Oh, God.
We're reading the story as it's written.
I know, but people were shot.
That's true. Well, we know where our heart goes out to the queefs, and I'm sure by now there'll be another one.
Yeah, that's a good point. This is old now.
Yeah, it's old.
Yeah.
But, you saw Hawk die. Sandy Hawk.
Iowa Hawkeye.
Ah, there you go.
What else you got? 'Cause I
boy.
got another thing over here.
Yeah, hit me,
that
fatty.
could be something.
I don't have much. I'm in town this weekend. Are you?
No, Salt Lake
Where
City.
you? SLC.
Yeah.
The Mormon. Brigham Young.
Yeah. Boy, now we're giving a timestamp. They're going to hate us.
Yeah, well,
A lot of timestamps.
go ahead and shoot us. What can you do?
I've been in the last 2 weekends. I was home.
Ah.
Let me talk about this.
Please.
Because last Saturday, one of the great nights of my whole life.
Come on.
Special night. Well, that's an exaggeration, of
A little
course.
bit of a hyperbole.
Yeah, the Springsteen. That was up
That's something.
there. But so Saturday night, our old pal Ari Shaffir. Friday night, excuse me.
He's ugly.
Saturday night I was off. Yes, he certainly is. Friday night, although when he shaves it down and cleans up, he looks okay.
He looks okay, but that beard, he's like a fucking mountain Jew.
But it's all swiped in.
Oh, okay, good,
He swiped and
good.
swooped, so
Feel bad for his lady.
yeah.
She's got to sift through that horse shit.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's full of matzah and jizz.
Well, Andy's 51. It's
True.
disgusting.
He was telling me, he's like, yeah, we got in the hot tub the other night. I fucked her, and I was like, you fucked somebody? I just picturing it made my stomach turn.
Well, doesn't he float to the top with those balls? I mean,
Oh, yeah, those aren't
those
buoys.
things are insane.
Yeah, he's got a crazy pair of cods.
But anyway, so Friday night he was at the Beacon, and he asked me a little while ago, or whatever. Now it's a little while ago. He said, "Hey, you want to do the Beacon?" And I said, "Sure, I'll do the Beacon."
Who says no to that?
What am I going to say? No to the Beacon? And
Maybe
then,
Stavros.
so I said, "Great, I'll do the Beacon." And I had to move a couple things around. I felt terrible because I was supposed to do this other show for this guy, and it paid well, and it's a fun show, I heard, but it was too much. I was like, I know I just want to be at the Beacon. 'Cause
Yes.
it's a big night, and it was going to be me and Stavros and Schultz and Ari.
Hell yeah, good group.
Well, Stavros had to bail. He was sick. But DeRosa came, and good hang.
Great hang.
And so I said, I know me. I can't be running around doing spots. I'm going to want to hang at the theater and
Yes.
be part of the thing. and
You
hang.
know you.
I know me, so I had a couple spots. I had to let these fellas down gently. I feel
Ugh.
terrible. I'll make it up to them. And I tried to find a replacement, but everybody was out of town.
It's a Saturday night, right?
Friday night.
Friday, yeah, that's a tough spot for a New York comedian.
Well, they're near the cellar, so they could always poach cellar.
Okay.
So I thought they'll be okay.
All right, well, this is lunch. I mean, Beacon with that gaggle of comics. I mean, we got something here.
I know, but I felt terrible. And then I had a couple stand spots.
Ugh.
And I texted Patrick and go, listen, I don't want to pull a Normand over here, but I gotta bail because I got a big gig here. I'm at the Beacon.
You got that right.
And he goes, no problem, don't sweat it.
Hey,
All
what a guy.
good. He's the best. He is really. Shout out to Patrick Milligan. I love that man.
Sweet, sweet sack of jizz.
He really takes care of it, and it's an environment that you feel like you don't want to cancel move spots, but if
No.
you have to, they're quite understanding.
That's
They get
true.
it. And shout out to the Stand, great club,
Good room.
great folks over there, and
do.
so many gays there. They fill up that room.
Oh, it's like the Provincetown over there.
It's like a home game. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
homo game.
I had a great interaction yesterday. I was on the street, and a guy comes up to me, Latino fella, coveralls, and he just stood in front of me like this. And he went, "I'm gay." And then he kept going, and it touched my heart. It was so meaningful
I love
because,
it.
I'm on kook alert, and I just
Sure.
see this guy, and I was like, oh, God, what's happening here? Big old smile, had a bag of Chick-fil-A, and he just said it so great.
Homophobic, ironically.
I'm gay. And I went, oh, I love this guy. And then I'll call back to him in a minute. So anyways, I text Patrick. I say, hey, I can't do the spots. I'm at the Beacon. And he goes, no problem. And then he texts back like an hour later. First, Ari is like, yeah, you could probably do your sets. He's like, you'll be out by 8:30. And I'm like, shit. I just bailed because I wanted to I wanted to hang. And then right then, Patrick texts and goes, hey, anyway, you could make it down for 9:15.
Oh, okay.
And I go, you know what? Actually, I can.
Good for you.
And he said, you're saving my ass. God bless you. And I said, no problem. I'll be there.
It all worked out, Fatty.
So look at the charger just came undone. Piece of shit. Swing and a miss, Chuck.
You already had issues.
I know. I'm joking. I just think it's funny for you to do something nice and then trash you for it.
No good deed.
But
unqueefed.
it's a good bit.
Yeah, he doesn't like it.
It's a decent bit. Anyways, thanks for nothing. But so I go, oh, you know what? I'll be there. I'll do it. And he goes, great. You're saving my ass. Thank God. All my other comics suck. And I go, I know. I've seen the lineup. So I go to the Beacon. Sarah's going to come with me. She's got the night off. We go and get a nice plate of Mexican food. We walked to the park. It was a beautiful day.
Oh, I love a Mexican.
I'm like, let's go up early. I love an early. I was like,
You
we'll
love
walk
early.
through the park. We'll get up there. That way we're there. So we eat some Mexicans out. Then I said, well, we got to bring something. It's this big night.
Sure.
You can't go and not bring something.
Ah, good point. I didn't think about the gift.
So you never do. So we go to Magnolia, and I go, let me get a dozen cupcakes.
There
Lay
we
them on
go.
me. I go, give me 3 devil food jizz. Give me 3 my father's ass. 2.
Smart move. Get a gift that you would want.
So by
there
the way,
we
the
go.
12, the 12 adds up quick.
Oh, that Magnolia is no picnic.
You go, give me 3 of this, 3 of that. She goes, okay, you got 2 left. And I'm like, I just got here.
Right. The Mount Rushmore.
But so I get some banana pudding, and I get, yeah, it's not good, right?
No.
By the
that's-
way, I would never eat that, but people like it.
Oh, it's the best.
What?
Magnolia banana pudding rules.
Banana pud.
Oh,
Ugh.
it's the best.
Well, they're known for their banana pud.
All
They
right.
are. Yes, they are.
So I got some banana pussy, and I got, a couple chocolates, couple whatever, you know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Then you go to that register, and they're like, that'll be 1 Springsteen ticket, please. I just gave him my wallet. I was like, there's a couple cards in there. Fend for yourself.
Sure.
And and then they get the tip thing, by the way.
I know.
It's like 20, 22, 28, 35%. I'm like,
It's a cupcake, bitch.
you put some cupcakes in a shoebox. I don't understand.
I'm with you there. And then how about that's the new move now. They flip that Nazi right around, and you got to go.
I know.
And then they see what you picked. It's all very intrusive.
Well, have you talked to Salacuse about this? This
Oh.
is his big talking point.
He's moving to Jersey.
He's a 0 tipper. He cuts in and does 0 on all these things.
Yeah, he's a Jew.
Which is good because, I'm not going to pay him to take photos. I'll tell you that.
No tip.
So I did custom. I did $3.
That's fair.
I think that's fair. If I went to a bartender and said, give me a Bud Light, I'd give him $1.
I agree. This is
And-
all sound.
And it's 12 cup. I know people at home are like 12 cupcake, but they're literally doing this: 2, 3, 5, 6, 12.
That's it.
And then they hand it to you.
Exactly. Tip or gore. I mean, you go to Dunkin' Donuts, you go, give me the funky monkey, give me the sprinkle, give me the jimmies, give me the glaze. They put in a box, you leave. Why am I tipping the Magnolia cunt? Because, this place is a little more highfalutin?
And 12 cupcakes and a banana pudding, it was $56.
Ay!
So a tip, I'm like, you want me to give you $12?
Who's running this? Ticketmaster?
12.
They're cupcakes. They're cakes of cup.
A $12
Cup
tip
of cake.
for putting cupcakes in a box?
I don't buy it. I don't like it. And these foreigners come in town and they see that shit and they, no, they don't tip out there in England and
Oh, I
Italy and other white countries. But they come in here and they go, what is this?
Whites are bad.
Yes, we hate the honkies. But yeah, so they come in there and go, we're never coming back here again. We're going to Mexico next trip.
Right. But yeah, anyway, so it cost an arm and a leg and a shoe. But
And a Jew.
now we got it. So we got the bag, and Sarah's like, I'll carry it. And I'm like, you're not pulling a fucking Elaine on me.
No, the
goddammit.
big cupcake.
So I tuck it in. Of course, I got to go to Bucks to get my tea. I come in, and then you go over to the Orpheum. I keep saying Orpheum, but Beacon. Go to the Beacon. You go through the security, and then you go upstairs, and you're like, I don't know, is he gonna be nervous? People hanging out, and the first person we see is Salacuse. So he shaved the mustache, that big apple pie shaved mustache face,
Nothing wrong with that.
and Ari's got the ruffled suit shirt.
Oh, I love the rough.
And you settle into that hang, and it's so nice. The show is in the way. You
Yes.
start talking right away. Who do you hate? Who sucks? What race do you not like? And,
Yes.
And it's just great. Everyone has a nice round of cupcakes on everybody. You know, everyone's got a
Hey.
cupcake. We're licking the thing. You like the cream. You like the chocolate. My father's gay. And he got dancers.
What?
He got a whole group of dancers to come down. That was fun.
Wow, kids?
No, adults.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, grown-ups. And he did it weird. He hosted the show.
Ah.
Brought me out. I did 12, and then he brought DeRosa out, and then I had to leave. But then they brought Schultz out, and I think the place went fucking apeshit.
Sure. How about that haircut on Schultz, huh?
I didn't notice the haircut.
Oh, really? He's got the side shaved with the top black.
Oh,
It's a little Nazi.
no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, he still did Ari's show, so he can't be full nuts.
Good point.
But it was dark. We were side stage, and he said, "I'm the best." He's like, "You're the best comic. I don't know anyone as funny as you." And I said, "Oh my God, thanks so much."
There you go.
He's like, "You're number one." And
I think he was talking to DeRosa.
yeah, he was saying a lot of nice stuff. It was crazy. I don't know. I didn't expect him to, but.
Well, he's got some new stuff that is pretty great.
Yeah, I didn't care for it, but
Alright.
no, I had to leave. I missed it. I heard it, and Ari, by the way, was doing the bit. Don't you hate when someone's like, "Oh, Schultz has got this bit," and then he's telling you, and you're like, Well, I'll just have to watch it because there's no way you're not butchering it.
Yeah, of course. They always butcher.
He's trying to explain a bit, and I'm like, wait, what is it? And he's like, well, maybe it's not that.
Exactly. Bill the Butcher.
He's like, what did I say? And I'm like, well, you're just ruining a guy's bit.
What do you say when you say something?
Just tell me he's got a good bit. I'll check him out.
Exactly.
Stop doing his bit. You're blowing it.
But you get excited. You want to go, oh, look at this. But yeah, it always goes horribly.
Well, and Ari's never had a good bit, so he's excited to tell Schultz.
Good point. Good point. And he still ruined that one.
We're having a good time out here.
Yeah,
folks.
Ruffles can't have just one.
But anyway, so I do the show, and then the Orpheum, whatever the fuck it's called, is
Beacon.
hot. I mean, they're hot dogs.
Wow, they're a good group out there, and that is a great ven.
And there's a few Tuesdays out there, and there was a Russian weirdo, and you get. The longer you're doing comedy, the more comfortable you get. You're just kind of fucking around. You're at the Beacon, and it's just a hot crowd. You come off, and DeRosa's going, oh, that was funny. You're funny. This, that. And then you're busting his balls, and everyone shits on each other. Ari goes back out there. I had to run down to the stand, but this is fun. So you do your set at the Beacon.
Unreal.
And then I'm like, it started late, the whole thing. I'm like, I got to get in a cab. So I like run across Broadway and wave down a cab, old school.
That's a lot of green, as they say.
Yellow cab, you jump in, and it's one of those ones where like every minute you're getting closer, but you're like, oh my God, my show time. I have a 9:15 spot. It's like 8:58.
Yeah.
Now it's 9:05.
Yeah.
The traffic, Friday night traffic.
Yeah.
I get dropped off. As I look, it's 9:14 p.m.
Ooh-wee.
Got a 9:15, fresh off a hot Beacon. Run downstairs, packed house, Friday night. You go on, hot crowd. It's Damian Lemon is there, and who I haven't seen in a while.
Love the Lem.
Bonnie McFarlane, Micah Fox, Chanel Ali. We started talking about the TV show coming
I
out.
forgot about that.
Which, check out the show. What's it called?
The Great American Jerk Off. Joke Off.
Joke Off.
Yes, sorry.
Great American
I'm
Jerk
just
Off.
talking about myself.
Yeah, check it out. CW.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Fahim's on there, Chanel, Dulce Sloan, Matt Broussard. It's a fun gaggle.
And who else was on? Didn't we have other
Couple of Brits, couple of Limeys.
Bonez.
Oh, Bonez. Oh, Ishmael Lufti.
Oh, yeah, Ismail Lutfi.
Lutfi. Sorry.
Yeah, he's great. So, check out the TV show. But anyways, did the stand spots, then shot back up to the Beacon for...
You went back up.
Went back up.
Wow.
It was one of these ones, too. We were like, I'll be back. After party.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Ari's boyfriend came up with this.
Boyfriend.
After party, laughter party.
Ooh, that's fun.
How good is that? How did we all miss that?
That's not bad.
Not bad. That's
Laughter
gold.
party? I don't know. It's all right. It's fun.
Instead of an after party,
I like it.
a laughter party.
All right.
Because you're laughing
I caught it. And it's after.
after a comedy show.
Sure.
You can't. The Grateful Dead can't have a laughter party after their
they're-
show at the fucking State Fair, wherever they play now.
No, they're dead. Touch of gay.
Laughter party, nothing.
I
Chuck?
like laughter party. It's not a world breaker.
I thought it broke the world.
All right.
I was expecting a big whoa.
I think we've had 8 lines of this better than laughter party.
Wow, this is a woman. You got to do a curb.
I didn't know it was a woman. I see. Okay,
You got to put the woman curb on there.
This is the best thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, a laughter curve.
Hey, laughter shock.
You watched the trailer for Great American Joke Off?
No.
Yeah.
You're in it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, it's not a trailer, though. It's like the 10-second thing.
Yeah.
It's a sizzle.
It's a teaser.
We gotta watch it on the show. You
Okay.
gotta watch it, right?
You didn't make the cut.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
That
You're gonna
show's
be on
done.
the show. But
I don't say anything. I just go like this.
Yeah.
That was a fake laugh.
Yeah,
exciting.
of course. Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
It's terrible.
The day the laughter died.
Yeah. So, anyways, went back to the after party, but it was one of these ones. You know, when you get in the so you know me, I like to go home. It's fucking 12 o'clock.
At least it's on the way up.
Well, no, but it's the west side.
I
live
see.
in Queens. It's like north of me. So
Okay.
then I run out. I'm like, I got to keep my promise. A promise is a promise, Lieutenant Dan. Mm-hmm. So I jump in the car, the lift, and I'm like, I text. I'm like, on my way back. And so, I get this text after I've already gotten in the lift. He's like, it's pretty lame. No need to come back. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's a good friend, though.
I'm like, it's a $30 lift all the way up to the Upper West Side just to get there. He's like, yeah, it's just his parents who are survivors. And
Holocaust survivors. Boring. This
So-
party's dead.
I get up there, and how about this? Speaking of money
guess.
and the tips,
Uh-huh.
the Beacon, he has the laughter party, gold, at
Silver.
the Beacon basement.
Yeah.
they charge for drinks.
All right, I gotta get out of here. Now wait a minute. After the cupcakes, the double cab ride, you're on what, $900? This is insanity.
I lost money on the day.
Did you get a paid check for the beak?
No, well, he gave me cash.
All right.
Well, you know, all right. And I wanted to do the thing. I'm like, are you doing the thing where you split the door evenly? Is that still happening?
I doubt it. Beak and egg and cheese.
He does that at some places.
That's true,
But,
and you make a pretty penny.
Not the theater. So then I got this free pizza, which is exciting. My cupcakes are still there.
Well, free pizza. Okay, that's a win.
So I get a couple slices of pizza, and I go, you can't eat pizza without a beverage. So I go, hey, can I just grab a water? And the lady's like, it's $6.99.
What?
And I go, oh, I was on the show. And then she literally turns to a guy. She's like, does that matter? He's on the guy's like,
Ooh.
and she's like, yeah, no, $6.99. And then I get the tip thing, so I give her $1. So I got an $8 water at a theater on a show I performed on.
Look at that. I mean, Ari's got survivors there. I'm sure they were like, this is worse than Auschwitz.
I mean,
he's charging my son for drinks. He put the seats in the people.
Well, DeRose
People
evidently
in the seats.
was like, I'll get around, and it was $160.
Well, he's got to sell the bar.
So,
Oh my God.
so he spent $1.60. Ari paid him $1.70. So good night for DeRosa.
Did he bring his little rinky-dink sandwiches out there?
No sandwiches.
Ah, it's a shame.
No sandwiches. But I think they all went to Joey Rose's after.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. They get a couple of freebies. A couple of
Yeah.
buybacks, as we used to call them.
So they went there, and I went home. But one of those great nights, because you take the cab through the park at night with the big buildings and the plaza and the
Can't
stuff.
beat it.
So just a special night. Thanks to Ari. And Ari's, by the way, I just want to say this on the record.
Uh-oh.
Ari Shaffir, underrated comedian.
Really?
Well, people think of him as like the podcast guy and the fun guy and the prank. Also, people think of him as the Kobe guy. Fuck this guy.
Sure. The ugly guy, the Jew, the hobo.
But he's got great bits, and I feel like we don't
Really?
talk about it enough. Well, the special was amazing. Did you watch the special?
I pretended to.
Yeah, it's a great special,
Okay.
and he's got new, and he's got some killer stuff. He did this long thing about gymnasts and gymnastics. It was very fun.
All right.
He's
Maybe
like,
I'll
I need
start
a
watching.
sport where they run across a line or put something. He's like, I can't watch a sport where they perform, and then they're like, let's talk to this table of homosexuals. And he's like, was that good? And they're like, nah, I don't think it was good. And he's like, I thought it was good. I don't know.
Wow,
And,
okay.
I'm just giving away his material here.
I
I'm
gotta
doing what he
li-
did with the other material.
That's right. You butcher. I got to listen to the album on an audio because I don't want to see the mug.
Yeah, Mug Costanza.
Yeah. So, all right, good. Check out Ari Shaffir. Did he sell it out?
I think so. I couldn't see. It's very bright, but
It looked pretty filled up.
oh yeah.
Congrats, R. Well done. I'm glad the parrots got to see you do something before they croak. And how about I get a open bar next time, eh?
Well, you got to do the laughter party, not at the Beacon.
At the Beacon.
No good. And
Yeah.
It looked like it wasn't great.
Well, the rich get richer because I opened for the the big sign there, and his green room is full of bottles and gifts and wine and champagne and snacks and foreign fruits from all the land, exotic delicacies. He didn't touch a wink. I was shoving mushrooms in my pocket, dried tomatoes. I had a fucking pony keg under my coat.
Yeah, I think there was a couple things upstairs, but not much. I mean, the party looked like Billy Batts's coming home party. There was
Oh,
like deflated
God.
balloons and three guys with wigs pretending to have a nice time. And
Jeez, get your shine locks.
yeah, it wasn't
joke.
wasn't great, but great night, and went home and just reveled in it. Because sometimes you can just hate the city, but you do a couple club spots and a theater spot and see some buds all in the same night, and just beautiful.
It's a great day, and there's a crisp in the air. It's not too cold right now, so I love running around New York City, Manhattan in the cold and doing shows. And you can go to a theater full of 3,000 people and just leave. Isn't
Yeah.
that kind of fun? They have to get a babysitter and go out there, get the coat check and find the seats and buy the popcorn, and then you're like, I did my part, I'm out. There's something beautiful about that for us.
Oh, it's fun. By the way, we left after the laughter party went on for 7 hours. We left. There was people outside waiting to meet Ari
Hey!
outside the stage door, and you feel bad because you're like, he's ugly, his balls are too big, he's not that friendly.
Sure.
But they wanted to meet him, I guess.
All right. Well, hey, to each his anal. Good for them. They know what they like. It's nice to know everybody doesn't hate them. And yeah, good. Congrats, the Beacon. That's it's a milestone there, homie.
He's got a beak.
Oh yeah. Unlike the Hawk on Hudson.
No, that thing's on a
Parkway.
windshield.
Yeah. Well, keep a lookout for that truck driver. He's a murderer.
Yep.
All right. Well, I had Toledo. I'm in the city this weekend. Next week I'm going to Dayton, so I'm sure I'll have the similar experience. Did I go too hard in the club?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. We had a nice time. It's just really the disrespect,
Yeah.
you know? But hey, who the hell am I? Shit in my mouth. I don't give a shit. Whatever. We had a good time.
I love that we talked about a shooting that involved children. We're like, did I go too hard on the doorman at the Toledo?
Yeah, well, there could be a shooting in there. Nobody would bat an eye. But we hope everybody's okay, and I'll see you in Dayton.
Live free, peace,
Live
look to
long.
the cookie.
Prosper.
Where else? You got a bunch of dates, I assume.
Thoughts and prayers. Yeah.
I got the Wilbur this weekend.
Whoa!
4 days, Wilbur, which I'm hoping is sold out by the time you're hearing this.
Hot tamale. That'll definitely going to sell out. So go see the hometown queef.
Wilbur, Saturday. I'll see you at the race on Monday or the game or both. And then I got the big one, Tempe coming up May. I'm confused with Tampa and Tempe. One's May 4th to the 6th. One's May 11th to the 13th. I think it's Tampa, then Tempe.
Got
Oh,
it.
fuck, I don't know. Tampa and Tempe in May next month, and then a bunch of dates, comedianjoelist.com. I got San Jose, Dallas Improv, San Jose Improv, the other Improv, Spokane coming up June 1st to the 3rd. Lots of dates.
Hell yeah.
Subscribe to my YouTube specials coming soon.
I got Dayton, Montana. I'm going Montana. I told my agent I have an open calendar. I said, fill this shit up. And he goes, well, yeah, we don't want to burn any markets. And I go, well, let's go to weird markets. So we're going to Montana.
Nice.
And then Oxnard, California. That's outside of L.A. The Improv. That'll be fun. And then Australia in June.
Surf's up.
Little UK tour, baby, and yeah, the rest is history. So what do you got, Chucko?
Oof. I have a podcast called Fun Bearable with comic Ray Harrington. It's great, and I don't even know what's coming out this week, but we have an episode with Siobhan coming up.
Nice.
It's going to be very, very fun. That should be
The
out
Shiv.
around this time.
He is a great hang.
He's a great dude.
Good egg.
Yeah.
Yikes.
All right. We'll see you next time. Patreon.
No one wants
Giddy up.
to be
Comedy.
themselves.